G'day and thanks for joining us for What's On in Southern Ostrobothnia. I'm Mark Wiltshire.
Hey, and I'm Glenn Murray.
And each episode we highlight some of the interesting events and activities taking place across the region of Etelä-Pohjanmaa in the coming month. It's a bit more organised in February compared to January, but we've already seen some events cancelled and moved. So if you, watching or listening, are interested in one of these events, then probably a good idea to check out their website before you head over there. You'll find links to all of them in the blog post with this episode. But before we get to our first event, Glenn, you wanted to say hi to someone who contacted you, right?
Yeah, Sai Varun from one of the Pirkanmaa group. No, not Pirkanmaa. In the Pohjanmaa groups in Vaasa area said that he liked our videos, and so we thought we'd give him a bit of a shout out here today. And I think quite nice what he said. So. Yeah,
I liked the point he made where he said your channel and updates are very useful for me and the international community around here. So we found one listener or viewer anyway. Thanks for that, Si. It's appreciated. And if you want to reach out to me or Glenn, then Instagram's a good place to do it, or Facebook as well.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, let's look at some events in February. There are some additional events in the blog post as usual, things that we won't have time to talk about this episode. We don't have a guest joining us again this time, so Glenn, why don't you talk to us about the first event you found?
Well, the first event I found was a Cat Medal sponsored winter endurance race. It's held out in Härmä, in Härmä. It's at the Kalmukankaan track, Rata. Don't know if that was right, but I probably murdered it.
It sounded pretty good to me. It sounded pretty good to me.
So the dates will be on Saturday, 26th of February, and it starts at 11 o'clock in the morning, and also the previous day at the same time. The Cat Winter Endurance Race is a motorsport event, obviously. I'm not too sure if it's Jokis. I'm not positive what it is. It's hosted by Team 2RM, and you can find their Instagram at www.instagram.com/teamr2m//. The race, the whole idea of the race is it's a 4-hour event, and the idea is that teams are pitted against each other, and they have 4 hours to make as many laps as they can. They have a front wheel drive and a rear wheel drive class. As those type of cars, they drive differently, obviously. You can drive a petrol or a diesel. Basically, I think you can drive any clunker that on the road at all.
As long as it will keep going for 4 hours around the track.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to have a team. So it's kind of like an endurance race. It's just like any stock car endurance racing. You have to switch drivers every now and then. You can't obviously do 4 hours. I don't think a car would last 4 hours continuously driving.
The car might, but the drivers probably wouldn't.
Well, you'd probably run out of fuel. So, you need a minimum of at least 2 drivers, I believe.
Okay.
So after the 4 hours, whoever's made the most amount of laps after 4 hours, that means they win.
Yeah. This is like a motorsport, but it's a participation sport basically, rather than just watching.
It is. Like most of the information out there about this is actually participating in the event. It's not actually going to spectate it.
Yeah.
There was no real information on spectating it, but I'm guessing because you're allowed to participate in it, that families of the participants can come and watch, obviously. Yeah. So I don't see why not, someone else couldn't go and watch if they had nothing better to do in Härmä on that day.
So how much is it to take part?
Well, it's about 100 per team. So, you can have, I don't know how many drivers maximum they have, but you need a minimum of 2 drivers at least, and it's €100 per team to enter a car. But the maximum teams, there's max amount of 35 teams being sold, tickets for the event being sold. And
And we are in Finland where people like their car racing. So if you're listening to this and you're interested, it might be worth getting your application in soon if you've got a suitable car.
Yeah. Any questions regarding the event can be directed to teamr2mperformance@gmail.com. I don't believe there's any price for spectators, but I'm also not sure if there are spectators allowed. I would assume there would be, but there is no information on that. So I'm assuming the spectating will be free. There is going to be a link to the Facebook event in the blog post. Other links, the racetrack info is at www.autoliitto.fi for full link in the blog post and the description of the video.
Yeah, it's a very long link, so you know, digging around online you'll find it, but as you say, the link is there in the blog post. You, true to form, found a motor racing event, and I'm coming back to Asiko and football matches because there's some League Cup competitions starting right at the end of January and continuing through February. So this is obviously spectator sport, SJK Seinäjoki.
It's a bit snowy, so how are they going to be playing that?
Yeah, this is the thing. They play these as like indoor competitions. So in Seinäjoki we have the Wallsport arena.
Yep.
This is for the first team. It's the Liiga Cup, and then the academy team are playing in the Ykkösen Cup. So they're kind of a cup competition within the divisions of the league. This is the first time the Liiga Cup has been played for about 6 or 7 years. They've brought it back. They've changed the format of the Suomen Cup, and there's made space for the Liiga Cup, which is quite good. It works as like a pre-season competition, gives some competitive games before the league starts. Each team will be playing in a group of 3, so there are 3 group games, and then they go through to sort of I don't know if it's quarterfinals, semi-finals and finals, but it just gives something a little bit of interest during the closed season. And the point is that after we've published this, each team will still have 1 home game to play at Wallsport. The first team will be playing against VPS Vasa, so it's a big local sort of derby game on Saturday the 19th of Feb, and the academy will be playing against MP Mikkeli in Wallsport Arena on Saturday the 12th of Feb. The only thing we have to say is it all depends on COVID. I mean, it's like everything at the moment. If it's happening indoors, it all depends on COVID. There's not tickets available to buy online yet, but they may come available. And also, if you've got an SJK season ticket, then you have access if they're letting spectators in. But
it's not looking too good. I don't think.
We're
hoping.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It'd be nice to get to one of these indoor games before the main season starts. And it's a kind of strange environment watching professional competitive games indoors because, you know, in Wallsport, for example, they've got this sort of mezzanine area, so there's a balcony overlooking from one end, but all the other supporters are just like standing along the sideline. It's like Sunday League meets professional competitive football. It's kind of
children's soccer.
It's worth checking out though, just for the fun of it. But sjk.fi is the website, so check there for more details.
So coming up to the next event on our list today, we have Stig in Kivitippu Hotel. This is a live event. You can find a little key tag up the top there for we went previously to the ice carousel, so you'll be able to find a tag up in there to that video. But Kivitippu Hotel in Lappajärvi is going to be hosting it's basically like what Ruthbe-Korjaamo do, but out in Lappajärvi.
Yeah, so live concert from Stig.
And Stig's, you know, he's a platinum and gold recording artist in Finland. He's quite quirky, and like he has like there's quite a few songs that you'll recognise from the radio. So he's going to be playing out there Saturday, February the 26th at about 8 o'clock. Again, all of this is Corona dependent. If it is happening, I would take your Corona pass with you. Remember your Corona pass from Kanta? If you don't have it, you would have driven a very long way to drive all the way home again, because Corona passes are quite important these days. But yeah, you can also you know, it might be good to take the missus out there if she likes it or something. You might be able to stay there a night because it's Kivitippu Hotel.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you know, they're holding the event, so it'd be convenient for you to stay in the same hotel, I'd say, especially because we all live quite far away from Lappajärvi.
Has he got a new album or anything coming out? Last month you mentioned the band that had a new album coming out and they were touring it.
No. He's just playing. I don't know actually. There wasn't too much information on it. I don't follow him too much, but he's quite a good, interesting listen. So he's good to listen to. He's got that Roy Orbison song. He's kind of this like nerdy 80s guy. He's got a mullet and 80s
mullet
glasses.
and a moustache and Miami Vice suits, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's got them glasses as well, the 80s styles glasses. But that there will be €20 a ticket at the door. But if you pre-buy in advance, you can get them for €18. The link will be in the blog post in the description of the video as well. The website for the event will be at www.kivitippu.fi, and the blog post will also have the Facebook link to the event in there as well.
Okay, so my next event is another exhibition. I'm hitting all of our sweet spots today, Glenn, and this is an exhibition called Full of Emptiness. It sounds very cheerful, doesn't it?
Sounds very Finnish to me.
It really does. And this is at Varikkogalleria, which is in the former railway roundhouse. So it's in the area sort of behind the railway station.
Is it around Alma Hotel area?
Sort of, yeah. You get access to it from a slightly different place, but it's in that sort of area.
Yeah.
So this is Varikkogalleria, not the Varikko restaurant at Rudmikoriamo.
Yeah.
And these studios are worth a visit anytime because it's this sort of historic building. It's a nice looking red brick building, and these studios were built by 8 women artists and volunteers in a storage area of this railway roundhouse.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting place to visit anyway. This exhibition has been put together by the Te Huone Art Collective, and this is an artist collective that originated from Kankanpää Art School. So they're fairly local to here.
Yeah,
it's not so far away.
So
yeah, it's not a million miles away.
No, down in one
Region
south. Yeah.
I thought I'd quote from the website because I haven't visited this exhibition yet. But it says, "What is emptiness? It is a concept invented by man, and with it only possible through the human imagination. Emptiness does not exist physically in any form. Its most essential property is that there are no properties." The Full of Emptiness exhibition presents the views of the artist collective Te Huone on the above-mentioned topics.
Emptiness doesn't exist.
Hey, it's an existential concept. The price seems to be free. It didn't have any sort of entry fee listed on the website, which is Varikko, VARIKKO.fi.
Yeah.
What did you find for us next?
The next one I found is a self-defense course held at MMA Seinäjoki. MMA Seinäjoki is quite a prominent fight sport.
So MMA is like mixed martial arts.
Yeah, it's the premier fight sport association in our region. Not in our region, but in Seinäjoki. They're going to be holding a Defendo course. It's a self-defense course, and it's like Krav Maga, but not.
Is this mainly aimed at women? The self-defense?
No. I've been told that actually most of the attendees are men.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Yeah, that's going to be held at Kalpa Nelia 6, in and around just behind the main Tokmania in Päivälä City Market area.
Yeah, it's the industrial area.
Yeah, it's just behind
there.
Yeah. The class starts on the 2nd of the 7th. The class and the course will run from the 2nd of the 7th, the 7th of the 2nd, till the 28th of the 4th, all dependent on Corona. Mm-hmm. You need to be 16 at least or older to participate because what they're teaching you is it's violence basically. It's not kickboxing, learning how to kick. It's literally learning how to
defend yourself,
be violent towards people and defend yourself. So they want to keep it 16 and up because I'm guessing they assume everyone below that should be still with their mummies and daddies, I guess. I don't know. Classes will be on a Monday and a Thursday from 5 till 6 during that time period. You can come and join the Defendo course and try for 2 free practices to see if you actually will like it. But after that, you'll have to pay for the full course, which will be €120. The class is only 20 people max because despite it being a relatively big size gym, you know, any more than that and you're really starting to squeeze people in, and during Corona, it's probably not a good... You get more one-on-one training as well, so... This course is it's good if you want to learn self-defense and you want to learn it fast. You want to learn it fast, but also effectively. Yeah. So you can register in advance via the email in the blog post. It's defendoseinäjoki@gmail.com. You have 24 classes for €120.
It's pretty good value.
Yeah,
really, isn't
and if you take 2 away, because they're free, it's kind of 22 for 120. So you don't have to pay that 120. You can go and check it out beforehand. But yeah, you can go to MMA Seinäjoki's website. All links and information will be in the blog post and a description of the video. The Facebook event will be also linked in the blog post as well. So
very good. My next event is the Levy Popup. This is a vinyl record fair in Torikeskus shopping centre. Again in Seinäjoki, and this is like a kind of a touring vinyl fair. Really, it seems to appear a couple of times a year in Seinäjoki and in other towns as well.
I didn't know that vinyl still existed. We've gone through the era where they don't even use compact disc anymore.
Yeah,
they've gotten rid of everything.
Vinyl's back, baby.
The MP3's dead now too. It's dead too. It's all Spotify and YouTube
streaming.
music.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all streaming now.
Well, there's definitely a market for it, and it's coming back to Torikeskus in early February. So this is on Thursday the 3rd through to Saturday the 5th. Opens at 12 o'clock on the Thursday, closes at 3 o'clock on the Saturday, and you can find the times in the blog post there when it's going to be open.
Yeah.
This is selling new and used vinyl records and CDs.
Yep.
It covers all genres, reportedly, including pop, rock, jazz, blues, progressive rock, avant-garde, country, Finnish music, and metal, is what it says. There's something there for everyone, including our friend Jake, who collects old soul, punk, and dub records.
I think he is an old soul.
He's quite cool. He's quite cool, is Jake, as you can see from the picture on the screen now. And he told me he's hoping to pick up a few gems at the Levy pop-up. It's free to attend, but obviously you want to take a few euros with you if you're planning to buy some records. You can find their website. It's quite a nifty website. It's just record.fi. It does exactly what it says on the address.
Simple.
And there is a Facebook event again in the blog post you'll find there. So Jake, let us know. Reach out and let us know what you found over there.
Yeah, Jakey boy. That's all for this episode. Thanks for joining us, and please press the subscribe button wherever you found us. Remember, as Mark said earlier, there are more events listed in the blog post for this episode. You'll also find the link of the blog post in the podcast or the description of the video. Yeah.
That's right. Plus, we've got details for the events we've discussed today. The easiest place to find us is NordicExplorerProductions.com, where we have links to all the previous episodes and to our social media profiles. That said, you can find me, Mark Wiltshire, or Explore Finland on Facebook or Instagram.
And me, Glenn, as the Nordic Tourist on YouTube and Instagram also.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts about the show, and we'd also love to hear about any events that you've got coming up in Southern Ostrobothnia. So reach out to us via the website. But until the next episode, to all you eteläpohjalaiset, moro!
Heippa!